you know that a good quality watercolor paper can be really expensive, and it makes you think if there is an alternative to that. Well, that is what I'm here to find out. So this is my reference photo. I made sure that I picked some easy reference so it's not hard to paint on a thin paper. Well, I'm using this thin Canson sheet. You can see it's so thin, it's almost like a chart paper. With an 8-size brush, it's my favorite one. And my Pelican watercolor set. Let's see if we can do some magic. I started off with wet and wet technique, wetting the areas around the face and also the fins and tail. But just after applying some water, the paper started to warp. I could see a puddle of water was forming, and I was certain that wet and wet technique won't work here. When I applied the paint won't bleed out immediately on its own. Instead, I would have to use brush to spread it. On a good quality paper, it's opposite of that. Well, the Canson paper doesn't absorb much water. Also, the color pigments don't desaturate after the wash is dry. That's why you have to be pretty careful with the quantity of paint on your brush. Here the wet and wet technique was such a big mistake that I could see the paper bending and warping. It was getting out of control, but I wanted to save this painting. So I hurriedly taped the paper with whatever tape that was near me at the moment. I dried the first wash with blow dryer and started making some details. I had mixed some Van Dyke brown, some burnt sienna and Prussian blue to make the black color, but later on I used lamp black to enhance the darkness. I found out that wet on dry and dry on dry technique is best suited for thin paper because then you have some control on water. There is even less chance of damaging the paper. See, if you use more water on a thin paper, it can result in dissolving the paper, so less water is more good on a paper like that. Right now I'm using dry and dry technique to paint the details. In this technique you just have to put some little amount of paint on the brush and then apply it on a dry paper. So with this technique we can achieve thin definite lines. In the description below I've explained all the techniques that I'm using while painting this painting. And in the comment section, do let me know your thoughts about this painting and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.